Good evening, students. So, good evening, all of you. So, welcome to Unacademy EAMCET YouTube channel, students. Myself, Dr.Rajendra Prasad, biology educator on Unacademy EAMCET platform, students. So, in today's class, we will be discussing about the topic that is about the proteins. So, this topic proteins is belong to lesson that is biomolecules. So, we are going to discuss about this lesson that is biomolecules. In that, we will be discussing about the topic that is the proteins in this particular today's class. So before going to our lessons, I would like to introduce about our Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So Unacademy is providing Unacademy Plus. So Unacademy Plus is for students who subscribe to our courses, students. So Unacademy Plus is for students who subscribe to our courses. Let us see what is benefits of this Unacademy Plus subscription. So if you see the benefits, premium content will be available at affordable price. Structured live courses and dedicated live doctrine sessions will be taking place. Quizzes. So quizzes will be conducted at regular intervals. So batches. So lectures will be batches for complete preparation of the course, students. A test series for daily practice papers, full length mock tests, and all these you can available. It will be available on Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So this all you can get for a single subscription of about 2,500 rupees. It will show on our website. So you can get it for 2,250 rupees, students. This is 1 month trial plan. So if you are interested, you can use my code Rajendra Live to purchase this 1 month trial plan, students. So there is already one batch is going on, that is called Telugu batch. In this batch, all the educators, you see all the educators will be taking classes in our Telugu language. So that is our native language. They will be taking classes in our Telugu language, that is the native language is Telugu language. So they will take the classes in Telugu language in this particular Telugu batch. Sir, what is the importance of this Telugu batch is complete syllabus coverage, and tips and tricks also will be given by the corresponding educators. Will be giving tips and tricks. Okay, so for students who are preparing for next year EAMCET 2021 students, so there is already one batch already started. Apart from Telugu batch, there is comprehensive batch. In that I am taking biology classes, I is taking physics, and I is teaching chemistry in this particular batch. And what is the importance of this comprehensive batch? Complete syllabus will be covered. So tips and tricks will be given by educators, topic wise practice papers, and full and mock tests. This all you can get for 1 month plan of 2,250 rupees, students. If you are interested, you can use my code Rajendra Live to purchase this 1 month trial plan for 2,250 rupees, students. So apart from this 1 month plan, there is best 6 months plans is available, and 12 months plan is also available. So 6 months plan costing around 10,125 rupees, and 12 months plan. So 12 months plan costing around 12,375 rupees. So these are the best long term plans that are available, students. So 6 months plan costing around 10,125 rupees, and 12 months plan costing around 12,375 rupees. If interested, you can use my code Rajendra Live to purchase this particular course of 6 months plan for 10,125 rupees, and 12 months plan costing around 12,375 rupees. So this is about our Unacademy long term plans. Let us discuss about today's topic, that is about the proteins. So we will be discussing about today's topic about proteins, students. So last class we were discussing about the different types of organic compounds. In that we were discussing about carbohydrates in the previous class. Now let us see about something about proteins. So let us discuss about proteins in this particular today's class. So if you see these proteins, the proteins in plants, so these are present. So these are present in abundant amount. So these are present in abundant amount in animal cell. So these are present in abundant amount. So these are present in abundant amount in case of plant, in animal cell. So in animal cell, it may range from 10 to 18%. So abundant animal cell, then compared to plant cell. So then compared to the plant cell. So then compared to the compared to the plant cell. So in plant cell, the amount of protein is very less. It is only 2 to 3% of protein will be present. So proteins, these are present in abundant amount in animal cell, and is about 10 to 18%, and compared to plant cell is 2 to 3%. So that is about the proteins. So this is the amount of proteins that are present in animal cell. So in animals it is about 10 to 18%, whereas in case of the plants it is 2 to 3%. In plants it is of 2 to 3%. Then these proteins. So these proteins, what are units of proteins? If you see units, so units of proteins is amino acids. So units of proteins. So units of proteins it is, the units of proteins are amino acids. So amino acids are the units of proteins. So if you see this protein, so protein is a polymer. It is a polymer. We can also define as protein as a polymer. It is a polymer of amino acids. It is a polymer of amino acids. So specifically it is a polymer means it is a heteropolymer actually. It is a heteropolymer. So it is a heteropolymer. So proteins, these are present in abundant amount in animal cell than compared to the plant cell. So the units of proteins, what are the units of proteins? They are made up of amino acids. So they are polymers of amino acids. So that is the reason, and specifically they are heteropolymers. They are polymers of amino acids, and specifically they are the heteropolymers. They are the heteropolymers. Then these proteins, so units of proteins are no doubt they are amino acids, and they are polymers of amino acids is heteropolymers. So these are polymers of amino acids. Then in this protein, the amino acids, in a protein, the amino acids are joined. So you already know that the amino acids are, these are polymers of amino acids. Amino acids are joined by specific bond. The name of the bond is called as a peptide bond. So amino acids are joined by specific bond. The name of bond is called as a peptide bond. So in a protein, the two amino acids are joined by a specific bond. The type of bond is called as a peptide bond. So amino acids are joined by a peptide bond. So that is another important point you have to remember about the proteins. Now let us discuss something about the amino acids. So let us discuss about amino acids. So we are discussing same thing. Amino acids are building blocks. So amino acids, so these are the building blocks for protein. So these are known as amino acids. These are known as building blocks for proteins. So these are known as building blocks for proteins. So these are known as building blocks for proteins. So amino acids, these are known as building blocks for proteins. So these are known as building blocks of proteins. So there are 20 different types of amino acids. There are 20 different types of amino acids. There are 20 different types of amino acids are there. There are 20 different types of amino acids are present. So out of these 20 different types of amino acids, so these amino acids are classified. So they are classified into different types. So these amino acids are classified. So 20 different types of amino acids, and they are classified based on side chain. So before going to classification of amino acids, so the classification of amino acids are 20 different types of amino acids, and they are classified based upon their side chain. So before going into the different classification of amino acid, let us see the structure of an amino acid. So if you see amino acid, every amino acid has now this R group. So this R group is the side chain. Okay, this is the side chain. Now this is R group is the side chain. So every amino acid has one carboxyl group. Now this is called as a carboxyl group. So now this is called as a carboxyl group. Now this one. Now this is called as amine group. So this is called as a amine group. So every amino acid has one carboxyl group as well as one amine group. So every amino acid has one carboxyl group as well as one amine group. So it has one amine group and as well as one carboxyl group, and this R, it is the side chain. So every amino acid has, so common thing, every amino acid has one amine group and one carboxyl group. That is a common thing. So every amino acid. So we have to remember this. Every amino acid. All the 20 amino acids. Every means here all 20 amino acids. Every amino acid. So we calculate our small a means amino acid. Every amino acids have amine group. Every amino acid has amine group and carboxylic group. It is having amine group and as well as carboxylic group. So every amino acid has amine group and as well as carboxylic group. So let us see about the how amino acids are classified. So we were discussing that there are 20 different types of amino acids are there. So the number of amino acids are there are 20 amino acids. So these are classified. So these are classified. So these amino acids are classified. So these amino acids are classified based on side chain, based on the nature of side chain. So they are classified based on the nature of side chain. Based upon side chain. So in that line, let us see the first one, like neutral amino acids. First one is called as a neutral amino acids. So neutral A dot A means amino acid. So neutral amino acids, best example is like glycine. So alanine. So these are the best examples of glycine and alanine. These are the best examples of neutral amino acid. So let us see something about glycine structure. So if you see glycine, so glycine, this is also having carboxyl group and one amine group. So here, instead of R group, instead of side chain, if hydrogen, so instead of R group, hydrogen is replaced. Now this is called as a glycine. So this glycine is the simplest amino acid. So glycine is the simplest amino acid. So you have to remember this term. So which is known as simplest amino acid. So which is known as a simplest amino acid. So like that, they are asking multiple choice questions. Which amino acid is the simplest amino acid? Means you have to clearly remember that is the glycine. Glycine is the amino acid which is known as a simplest amino acid is glycine. Similarly, if you see alanine, so alanine another neutral amino acid. If you see alanine, so if you see the structure of alanine, so that is also similar to the glycine only, but difference in side chain. How the side chain is different? Let us see. So same, this amino acid also have one carboxyl group and one amine group. Then instead of hydrogen, here we have methane group. So the side chain is replaced by methane group. So this is the methyl group. We just call it as a methyl. So methyl group. So if side chain is replaced by methyl group, such type of amino acid is called as a alanine. So if side chain is replaced by hydrogen, so such type of amino acid is called glycine. So glycine is the simplest amino acid. We have to remember this. Simplest amino acid is glycine. Similarly, yesterday's class we were discussing, means day before yesterday we were discussing in the last class, simplest carbohydrate is glyceraldehyde. So like this, here also simplest amino acid is glycine. Glycine is considered as simplest amino acid. So glycine is simplest amino acid. Let us see some more different types of amino acids. So let us see about hydroxyl group containing amino acid. Means side chain contains hydroxyl group. So hydroxyl group. So hydroxyl group containing. So hydroxyl group containing amino acid. So hydroxyl group containing amino acid, if you see best example. Okay. So there are two best examples of amino acid, that is serine and threonine. So threonine and serine are the two best examples of amino acids which are having hydroxyl group. So hydroxyl group containing amino acids are serine and threonine. So let's see what are the different types of this hydroxyl group containing amino acids. So like this, if you see here, it is having carboxyl group here. Then we have amine group. So here we have hydrogen. So like this. So CH2OH. So side chain is replaced by. So side chain is replaced by CH2OH. Now this amino acid is called as a serine. Now this amino acid is called as serine. Now this serine amino acid is having hydroxyl group in this side chain. So that is the reason this type of amino acid is called as a hydroxyl group containing amino acid. So all the out of 20 amino acids, only 2 amino acids are having hydroxyl group. So that is the reason it is called as a hydroxyl group containing amino acid, that is serine. So apart from serine threonine, we also have another amino acid that is called tyrosine. Tyrosine also have hydroxyl group, but it is an aromatic amino acid having hydroxyl group. So hydroxyl group containing amino acids means in the particular amino acid they should have hydroxyl group. So as they have hydroxyl group, they can easily interact with water. So they are also called as a, these hydroxyl group containing amino acid are also called as a hydrophilic amino acids. They are also considered as a hydrophilic. They are also considered as a hydrophilic group. So they can also be considered as a hydrophilic group containing amino acids. They can also be considered as a hydrophilic group containing amino acids. So this can be considered as a hydrophilic group containing amino acids, serine and threonine. So these are the 2 amino acids, serine and threonine. So serine and threonine, these are the hydroxyl group containing amino acids. So this is about hydroxyl group containing amino acid. Let us see the next one. So let us see about the next one, that is sulfur. Sulfur group containing amino acids. So sulfur group containing amino acids. If you see examples of sulfur group containing amino acid, so we have cysteine. So cysteine is sulfur group containing amino acid. Then similarly we have methionine. So methionine. So these are the 2 amino acids which are sulfur group containing amino acids. So let us see the structure of one of the amino acid like cysteine. Let us see. So if you see this structure of cysteine, so you can clearly see that. So cysteine. Now this is the structure of cysteine. Okay. So CH2 SH. Now here you are having the sulfur group. So this is the sulfur group. So sulfur group containing amino acid. So in side chain of the amino acid you have sulfur group. So sulfur group containing amino acid, so which is known as sulfur group containing amino acid means cysteine and methionine. So these are the names of the 2 amino acids where sulfur group is present. So they are considered as a sulfur group containing amino acids. So let us see the next one. So acidic amino acids. Let us see the examples of acidic amino acids. So acidic amino acids. So acidic amino acids example you see. Then best examples are aspartic acid. Then we have one more example, that is glutamic acid, aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So if you see this aspartic acid, so now you have additional carboxyl group. So here what happens is you are having additional, okay? You are having additional carboxyl group. Now this type of amino acid is called as a acidic amino acid. It is having additional carboxyl group. That is the reason it is called as a, apart from this carboxyl group, it is also having additional carboxyl group. So that is the reason it is called as a acidic amino acid. So best example, which is the diagram which I have drawn in the structure, is this is aspartic acid. Now this is aspartic acid structure which we have drawn here. So like that, this is the best examples of acidic amino acids are aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So let us see another amino acids. So basic amino acid. Let us see something about basic amino acids. So if you see the basic amino acid, so now this is the structure of a, it is having additional, see you can see additional amine group. So it is having additional amine group. Now this type of amino acid, now this is a basic amino acid, that is lysine. So name of the amino acids. The basic amino acid examples are lysine and arginine. So basic amino acids. So basic amino acids best example is lysine and arginine. So these are the best examples of the basic amino acids. They are present. So basic amino acids are present in histone proteins. They are present in the histone proteins. They are part of the histone proteins. So basic amino acids best example is histone proteins. Histone proteins are the best examples of the basic amino acids. So basic amino acids best example is histone proteins. So that is about the basic amino acids. So let us see about aromatic amino acids. So let us see some examples of aromatic amino acids. So aromatic amino acids. If you see the best examples of aromatic amino acids, so best examples are phenylalanine. So phenylalanine is the best example. So apart from phenylalanine, so we have tyrosine. So phenylalanine, tyrosine, tryptophan, TRYPTO, okay, tryptophan. So these are the three best examples of aromatic amino acids. So what is this aromatic amino acid means? That particular amino acid, if you see the particular amino acid, that particular amino acid has aromatic ring. So let us see one. So now this is the typical structure of phenylalanine. Now this is the typical structure of phenylalanine. So it is having this aromatic ring. This is called as aromatic ring. So due to presence of aromatic ring as a side chain, this type of amino acid is called as aromatic amino acid. So why it is called aromatic amino acid? It is having aromatic ring in its side chain. That is the reason it is called as aromatic amino acid. So to this phenylalanine, if you add OH, then it will be tyrosine. Now this structure will be tyrosine. So if you add OH group to this aromatic ring, so this due to presence of aromatic ring, it absorbs light. Actually it absorbs light. So that is another character feature. So like this, aromatic amino acids best example of phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. So these are the best examples of the aromatic amino acids. So let us see some more. So then amide group containing amino acids. Amide group. So amide group containing amino acids. So best examples of amide group containing amino acid you see, then asparagine. Then you have another amino acid, that is glutamine. Asparagine and glutamine, these are the two best amino acids which are having amide group. Let us see. So example, how the structure, how it appears. Now this structure. Now this one is called as amide group. Now this is called as amide group. So this is called as amide group. So amide group containing amino acids, best example is asparagine and glutamine. So asparagine, glutamine these are the amino acids which are having amide group. So you can see here, this is the structure which I have drawn is of asparagine. So this is of the asparagine. So what is the importance of asparagine and glutamine is excess amount of nitrogen. Nitrogen in plants is stored in amide. Is stored in the amide form as asparagine and glutamine inside the roots of leguminaceae plants actually. So like this, these are the 20 different amino acids of the 20 different types of amino acids. They are classified into different types based upon the side chain. So if you see once again, so there are 20 different types of amino acids. So this is a typical structure of amino acids. So every amino acid has carboxyl group and amine group, and you have a side chain. So side chain is replaced by, so if the side chain is replaced by other hydrocarbon chain, so different amino acids will come. So you can see neutral amino acids, best example glycine, alanine. Then hydroxyl group containing amino acids, best example is serine and threonine. Similarly, you can see sulfur containing amino acids. So best examples of sulfur containing amino acids are cysteine and methionine are sulfur containing amino acids. Then acidic amino acids, best example of acidic amino acids are aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Then similarly basic amino acids. So why they are called basic amino acids? Due to additional amine group, they are called basic amino acids, lysine and arginine. So these are the best examples of basic amino acids. They are present in histone proteins. They are part of histone proteins. Similarly, aromatic amino acids, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. So why they are called aromatic amino acids? Due to presence of the aromatic ring in their side chain. Due to presence of this aromatic ring in the side chain, they are called as aromatic amino acids. Then amide group containing amino acids. So they have amide group in their structure. So that is the reason they are called as amide group containing amino acids. Best example is asparagine and glutamine. So what is this importance of this amide group is excess amount of nitrogen plants is stored in this amide form. So that is the end of the today's session on this particular amino acid, students. So before closing this session, so once again I would like to introduce about our Unacademy Plus subscription. So what I suggest you is, I suggest you to go for a long-term plan, students. So I suggest you to go for a long-term plans. So in that long-term plans, you will see there is two best plans available. So there is 6 months plan costing around 10,125 rupees, and there is a 12 months plan also costing around 12,375 rupees. So these are the two best plans. I suggest you to go for these long-term plans of 6 months plan costing around 10,125 rupees and 12 months plan costing around 12,375 rupees. Friends, if you are interested to buy these long-term plans of 6 months and 12 months, use my code Rajendra Live to purchase this particular course. So that is about our Unacademy Plus subscription, students. So let us see with the new topic in the next session. Thank you, students, all of you. See you in the next class.